You think if I had an 80-year-old woman, all I have to do is get in a little Speedo, do a little dance for her.
We talked about this.
Right?
Would Amanda be okay with it?
Would you be okay with it? Would you think it's cheating?
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
We should dress up like
It's another episode.
Wayne's World. Significant brothers. Significant brothers.
It's another episode of us. Hug your sisters, kiss your mothers, rate 5 stars, like, rate, and subscribe. If you don't, you are a disgusting member of humanity, a drug addict, and your family 7 years of bad luck. So
7 years of bad luck.
this is what I had written down, which we never get into it. You pick the topic, but we have to talk about each of them.
I did?
No. I wrote them.
Oh, okay.
All right, here are the topics. California Head Rush and Charlie Miracle. His mom's name was Rusty. Gifty, Goofty, and Stabbin' Baby.
What are we talking
Gifty,
about?
Goofty, and Roofty.
Pete Genovese from NJ Reviewing Foods.
Oh, God. That guy sucks.
I used to think jamming my fingers was a way more serious issue in my life.
I did it a lot when I was a kid.
I have an enemy at work. Someone stole my phone cord. I thought my phone was wireless. It is not.
The janitor threw it away.
The Ocky way. Hey, yo, walk on TikTok.
Sure.
And I had to pee so bad, I'm now on Megan's list.
All right, so 95% of what you just said I didn't hear, so let's talk about the Ocky way.
Sure.
How much do you think those sandwiches cost?
Well, did you see?
Like
did you see?
$54?
No, did you see something recently that some New York guy posted like, "What the fuck is this shit?" It was a TikTok. He was like, "Yo, how the fuck they out here charging like $54 for a chopped cheese in a bodega?" Because it was that Ocky way.
I
shit.
literally just saw
Yeah.
an Ocky way where the guy showed up with A5 Wagyu and Takis. The fuck?
Somebody's going to kill that guy.
Sure.
That is...
But she just walked in and shot Ocky right in the face.
That's
my Ocky.
That is one
None of those sandwiches they don't
They
look
terrible.
appetizing.
So when Ock,
It's just how stupid you
Ock
can make a
first
sandwich.
started,
It was pretty good looking.
yeah, it was
They were like fat burgers, really.
Yeah.
A lot of them had
No,
mozzarella
it was also
sticks.
like they would do, mozzarella sticks, and they would do like Fruity Pebbles in a pancake and good. Like
You could see it
good,
within
fun
a realm
shit.
of
Yes,
possibility.
right.
Yeah.
And now it's just getting out of control, which I get. That's
Some
part of
sandwiches are
content
like
creating.
this big. Like, it's just like 15 layers. It's like,
And
who's
of
gonna
course,
eat that?
what does he always say? The drink?
Never, never, never. That's what
Never,
he says.
never forget
No, I
the
mean,
drink.
you can't knock his
then you
hustle,
gotta do
but
the
that's
cheese.
crazy.
I think
That's
Ocky is a
crazy.
likable guy in the weirdness he is. And Ocky is.
And don't forget the cheese.
Because you'd have to imagine, right? It's a trade-off. If I'm going to ask you for a sandwich, it's one of two things. Either you make it expensive and keep my identity private, or you give me this shit for dumb cheap and put it on TikTok. Because it's like
Well, he's not charging these people.
you're getting smacked and fucked at the same fucking
There's
time.
no way
But
he's
also-
actually charging people for the Ocky way.
Has to. Has to.
But
You know
also,
how crazy that
at
is?
the same
Takes them
time,
15
like,
minutes to make that
it's
shit.
it's like offensive to like a true New Yorker because you probably should be able to get a chopped cheese for like
Yeah, New
It's like
York
$4,
is about
$4,
resilience and high-powered people gentrifying and ruining the industry. So, if anything, it is a very
It's
New York
people taking key New Yorker things and mainstreaming them.
way. Widening them.
Because
All of a sudden you have like
a lot of white people go to those
this
stores.
like boutique restaurant in like Soho that sells a chopped cheese, but it's made with like Wagyu beef and like
Well, it's like that Instagram.
fine aged French
It's
cheese.
like that
and
Instagram story.
It's supposed to be shitty.
artisanal
With the-
sourdough bread.
It's like that Instagram picture with the 4 slats, and it's like the guy with the man bun. It's got those shitty booth chairs, and it's like and it's like all the pictures, and it's like, your burger's going to cost $28 when you
see
walk
this,
in here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's got that like apron and shit.
Because you want the place sort of to smell like cat piss.
It's like steampunk.
Yeah, you walk in, you want it to smell like cat piss. And you know what it is? It's like some people will debate that the best Philly cheesesteaks in the world have whiz cheese in it. What is it? Cheese whiz?
I don't agree with that.
But I'm saying some
I like
people
it
say
with
that.
whiz.
Some people
I
say
do too,
that.
but I
I'm
don't.
always with.
So it's not about
all the best cheesesteaks I've had something
Provolone
other
whip.
than
But it doesn't have some fucking 85-year-old
No.
cheddars. It's
oh
not
yeah,
bougie.
not like
you know what I mean?
Jarlsberg, like Swiss.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
So what makes a chopped cheese so good is the
Shitty, like,
the ghetto-ness, so to speak. You're over here going into a fucking, what is that shit? Michelin star restaurant, Wagyu beef. The guy's fucking pubes is in the bread. It's deconstructed. It's like, come on, bro. What the
I
fuck?
think I was very late to this guy.
It's like drunk
but
food.
I'm actually. absolutely in love, and I think he's the best influencer that's almost ever lived because he does it the right way.
The perfume guy?
No, Keith Lee. Are you guys Keith Lee folks?
I don't know.
Is he the guy whose father is an Iron Chef?
No, Keith Lee is the MMA fighter who
does what?
reviews like food in Las Vegas. He's always sitting in his
the black
daughter's,
kid.
the black guy.
He's a
Oh
fighter?
yeah.
Yeah, he's an MMA fighter, dude.
I would've never
He's like a
guessed.
fucking killer, the
And he's-
soft-spoken, quiet
I would
guy.
never guessed. Yeah.
And
The
he
guy who
just
saved the
comes-
dude's
Yeah, he's
restaurant.
like 8-3.
He just comes in and like
MMA
eats like normal food.
the guy who
He fought in
saved
Bellator.
the guy who saved the dude's restaurant.
Yeah, he's like saving all these dudes'
would-
restaurants.
I
And he always does it the right way. Like, he doesn't call up in advance. Like, he orders his own food.
It's actually
does it
blind.
for takeout. He
Yeah.
pays for it. Like,
Yeah.
no fanfare, nothing about it. And he gives honest reviews. But
He's
also,
crazy viral.
he prefaces like his reviews where he like knows what someone's gonna do as like a user, and he's like, if you are about to like bad talk this place, like realize they're hard workers and blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
And like he does it in such like a holistic, like beautiful way. That's what influencing should be.
Right. You know what?
Exactly.
I've talked to you about this before. I hate some of those like New Jersey like food reviewers. What's the, it's I forgot there's one. It's like the ugly chick who like
This chick?
yeah, she kind of looks like that.
The lip chick, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
No, well, not that one. But she goes into like New Jersey, like trendy New Jersey places, and she's like, and like places that we would know are just shitty.
Yes.
And she'll be like, I had the mozzarella sticks here, and they were to die for.
It's like, why did you get mozzarella
You have to
sticks?
come here to get the mozzarella sticks. The address is Top's Diner. Like,
Well, so that's what
And of
Keith,
all things,
that's
the
what
mozzarella
Keith
sticks.
does well. Is he also bad talks their food, but in the most respectful way possible?
Yeah, he's like, I
Because
wish
it's
I had a
about
little bit more
his
salt.
taste,
I wish
and
I had
it's
a little
about subjective
spice.
taste. I
Yeah.
hate watching places that are like 9.9 for everything, and it's awful.
Right.
But he does it in a way where like
but that's what it is. This,
you know,
this
Portnoy
girl,
does
this new,
it too, like-
this New Jersey girl is going to like places that I know like cannot be as good as she says.
so
they
that's
are.
my segue
And
into
she's
Pete.
just like, yeah, like this place is. You have to try this place if you're in Bergen County. Like,
That's my segue into that piece of shit,
driving
Pete
through.
Genovese.
You don't like Pete
from
Genovese.
NJ.com. Everything is a fucking
I'm
paid
never on
article,
NJ.com.
which bothers me.
he's like
post
the
them-
food reviewer for
he's
like
the food
NJ.com.
reviewer.
Oh, but
for-
it's sponsored.
But he does like
by
all
that
he
restaurant.
works
does all of like the ranked lists of like best pizza in New Jersey, best bagels in New
and
Jersey.
it's always behind a paywall. Like, but not every one of his articles is. It's always those fucking. Nobody's paying for NJ.com.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you're better off just
Oh.
becoming fucking viral and getting advertisements off that and getting
100%,
views to the
100%.
website. Then this like someone has to pay
paywall.
$2.99
A
to
paywall.
fucking read the
your
40
shitty
best.
your
reviews.
ranking of
shorty
your
reviews.
ranking of like cookies and.
Oh, it's so frustrating. And his
when you
reviews-
could get it for free, literally.
Oh,
But even before there was a
Out of
paywall,
touch,
you
fuck.
before the paywall, you still didn't like him because you just didn't agree with like any of his rankings.
Well, and
ever.
that goes back to that MMA dude. It's like he feels like he's talking to us from an even playing field. All these people are so pretentious. Like, you feel like your palate is so fucking developed.
Right.
It's like, I don't have a fucking palate. So how about you come to me from my level? You're saying, oh, I'm picking up woodsy
He's the
notes and
common
this shit.
man. Like, he's
yeah,
the most
exactly.
normal.
Like, talk
He's
to me
like,
in layman's
"Ooh, I didn't
terms.
like that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not saying words like umami and dumb shit like that.
So that's what I'm
He's
talking
saying,
about
you know?
with the New Jersey girl. She'll go to like a Noches de Colombia and be like, "This really
Oh my
local
God,
place
the Ropa
has some of the
Vieja.
this has some of the best Spanish rice I've ever had. You have to try it."
It's like you're just doing a cookie cutter fucking review every day. His is almost like an emotional experience
It
too, you
is.
know?
And when he saves those places,
when
like
he,
when you
takes-
get the updates of how the business. I read that once he gives a positive review, the average sales in the first 3 days after he does it for the small business
Is
is
OD.
$50,000.
Each day?
No, well,
total.
Average 3 days.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
That's
That's
what's
not bad.
crazy
you know how
about.
much of a bump that is?
It's insane. That's like
What's crazy about what like
good
Portnoy
portion of
does
your
with
year.
when he gives a good pizza
right.
review.
It changes their landscape. The problem with Portnoy is that like he's so picky, and he's
also
which-
so particular.
which I would be too. So I would be much more of a Portnoy guy,
Fuck
where it would
no.
be few and far between. Where I think Keith Lee does the beauty of Keith
He'll just
Lee
eat
versus
like every
Portnoy.
kind of.
No, he also doesn't have a standard, right? So it's not just pizza. He orders like 10 things from the menu. So some
Okay,
shit
yeah.
might be a
Yeah, yeah,
1.2, but then
That
like,
guy's
for
pizza
example,
wasn't
like,
the highest.
right? But his wings might be a 9.9,
Or the garlic
and now
knots.
everyone goes
for those
crazy
two
for that
things.
one
Wings.
item.
Yeah, he said he made 1 billion of those fucking lemon, garlic, whatever the fuck.
Dude, that
wings.
honestly,
they look good though.
I don't know if you like with
What?
that content, but I teared up like thinking about that guy and just like sitting there and that nice guy like putting his life's effort into this business,
Ooh.
and then just having almost like this fucking angel
You know
come
what
out
I
of
get?
nowhere, and now your whole life is different.
It's really changed. Your career, your business is saved essentially.
And I'm not a
if you play your
religious
cards
guy,
right.
but that's like some religious intervention shit.
But like, have you seen that guy on YouTube who goes like, not YouTube, on TikTok, where he comes up to you and he says, "Hey, I'm trying to buy this. I'm only like
MD Motivator. He's the best.
I'm a couple of dollars short."
He's
And
also
then
awesome.
And I just saw one that really made me feel like what you just said, emotional, where it was like he walked into this random Asian guy's bakery, and the Asian guy is like, "Listen, because he asked him like, do you like your job?"
$1.50 cookies.
Yeah, he was like, "Do you like your job?" And he was like, "Well, like I have to make it work now. Like it has to work now." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then he gave him like the whole backstory, and he goes, "Hey, I'm a couple of dollars short. I'll come back and get a cookie." He was like, "Nah, here, take a cookie. You want a coffee too?" Boom, boom, boom. And then he ended up giving him like $1,000.
The thing with MD Motivator and like the divine intervention of God is that's very intermittent. You're gonna get like the $500 or $1,000 reward, but it doesn't necessarily boost your business.
Yeah,
like
because
crazy.
a lot
it does,
the
but
comments,
it's no Keith Lee.
Of course. Well, Keith Lee is probably right now probably one of top 10 TikTokers. I looked at his numbers. Bro, it's almost like hundreds of millions of likes. Like,
Dude, he's got a partnership with Chipotle.
it's
now.
crazy. This motherfucker's like
He's partnering with
he's
Mr.
the number
Beast
one
to do, like,
food
Feastable.
reviewer.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because he's so genuine.
And you know what's crazy? Before that video, right, he was obviously just as viral. Those numbers were still off the charts. Every time I got his videos, my impression never was this motherfucker has 100 million likes. He's so down to earth,
Right,
you would
he's
have
such a-
never guessed.
He acts the same way as if he had like 50 people.
I was shocked.
Like his friends following him.
I was like, what the fuck? This motherfucker has 200 million. I don't look at likes. I don't really look at those
Also,
statistics. I
it
look
is
at
so
the
much
fucking
cooler
video.
that he could beat everyone's fucking ass.
Yeah, I
too.
was not expecting that.
Well, Kayla, it wasn't Kayla that. Well, Kayla knew about it, but I was reading a TikTok or something, and it was like you never noticed his knuckles and stuff. And if you watch him, they're always like cut up and shit.
He's just killed. Oh,
I just thought
did
he was.
notice that.
I just thought he was like
Tough.
had an accident or some shit.
yeah,
I
he's
don't
just
know.
a tough dude
Punched a
in
hole
a,
in the
like
wall.
a tough area.
An iron worker.
Yeah, exactly. No gloves.
What was the? It's gonna be so mad that I can't remember the name of this. Do you remember the name of that? It was like a famous YouTube channel, like maybe 10 years ago, where they
Epic
made
mealtime.
yeah, Epic Mealtime. You
You're
got it.
right.
Yeah.
So I was
What
never.
the fuck?
I was never on the Epic Mealtime train, but
was.
I know. I've heard the name. Explain the concept.
They just like would make these massive proportions of like
a 50-pound burger.
yeah, and then they would have
Everything that's
and,
wrong
But then the
with
one guy would eat
Everything
it,
with
right?
bacon. He was actually in a boxing match.
Yeah.
Not
Oh wait,
too
so
long
he's like
ago.
Adam Richmond.
Yeah. No.
And the channel died for some reason because it's crazy that like
They stopped doing like
because he's the original mukbanger if you think about it.
yeah. I mean, he would just
I'm telling you,
remember he had the thing. It was
bro.
like, and I put bacon on it. I put
Everything
bacon
had
on it.
probably 30 pounds of bacon.
Was
Yeah.
he in good shape?
Everything
Nah,
today
I mean-
he is. Back then, bro, he's like almost 7 feet tall.
But
This
he also
dude's
he also
huge.
wasn't like he wasn't fat, but he was like
He's a big ass dude. That's what I'm saying.
He
Like
was thick.
He probably weighed 400 pounds though. Like of just how big this motherfucker.
I don't think he weighed
300 pounds maybe.
but he
200 pounds.
Let me see.
But yeah, they would make like these massive proportions things. So it would be like they would make like a blanket out of bacon and then put like a giant beef
and
patty
alcohol
on it.
too.
They
there was
would
a lot
put-
of alcohol.
They would pour like vodka in things,
or like
right?
Jack Daniels
I don't
over
like
it.
that type of content.
But I'm saying it's.
But
like,
it was
it'd
a
be relevant
huge
today.
It was a huge thing like 10 years ago because everybody like, oh my god, I can't believe he's eating that much, and now it's just not.
He's 6'6".
Do you follow the Indian guy who's like, let's make biryani in like the clay pot in the backyard in New Jersey?
Listen, I've seen so many Indian videos. I'm surprised I haven't got that one. To be honest,
He's got like the little pot belly, and he's like, okay,
seen some
tonight I show you how to make yogurt.
Well, have you ever seen the
Really?
one?
I'm about to follow that guy. I
Have you
hope I
ever
get
seen
that.
the one? She's like an older Asian woman named Linja.
Linja?
She's like viral and
She's stealthy.
It's supposed to be Lin and Ninja combined.
yeah.
Okay.
But she's like famous for like making these actually like really funny videos like cooking food, and she like puts these weird edits in them, and it's actually pretty funny. And she is the mother of a player that used to be on the Red Bulls, and she's like super viral.
Really?
Yeah, like super famous.
What was
on
the player's
TikTok.
name?
Sean Davis. And it's his mom who just like makes these funny videos.
I almost got into Sugar Mama fucking TikTok.
Almost.
Yeah, because it
then
it was like one of those.
the Asian mermaid stopped you.
It was like one of those videos that is like you're staring at the rabbit hole.
What's sugar mama?
Like I'm about to jump into it.
What's sugar mama?
Like if you had
What's a sugar mama? Like an older woman who's like a
I
sugar
thought
baby.
Sugar mama was the
like
account.
a sugar daddy, but it's a woman. Sugar mama.
I know what sugar.
Oh, the candy.
No,
Sugar daddy.
I know the concept of sugar.
So what? Sugar mama what? What's the any other way that you would think of that?
I thought sugar mama was the name of like a content creator.
No. Oh, she might be. Because what happened
Are you
was,
into the content creator named Sugar Mama or the concept of Sugar Mama?
So what it was it was a video going down a line of people. The first 4 were women saying that, hey, my sugar daddy is a lawyer, my sugar daddy's a doctor, he gives me this much, blah, blah, blah. And at the end, there was a guy. And he was saying, well, my sugar mama is this TikToker, and she's stupid rich. And then they showed her account. So that's the rabbit hole. And he said that she's teaching people how to get sugar mamas. So that's the rabbit hole.
and you almost went down.
All I hear is the little devil next to me. Hey, Leandro, a sugar mama's waiting to give you her money. Her money is yours. You wouldn't do a sugar mama?
Like have sex with a sugar mama?
I don't think they want sex. Like if they're 80 years old, do you think they want to get dick down? 80 years old?
Yes.
They just want a handsome, strapping young man to spend
Do you
time
think
with them.
Someone who's in excess.
Okay, do you think if I had an 80-year-old woman, all I have to do is get in a little Speedo, do a little dance for her?
We talked about this.
Right.
Would a man to be okay with it?
Would you be okay with it? Would you think it's cheating?
Well, is your wife in on this?
Hell yeah, I'm not hiding shit.
He's gonna go. He's gonna go back home and buy her like the
they
The fuck?
Well,
Bro.
I honestly,
like babe. I just made.
And I get 30K,
I think
10K a month.
I think it's fairly altruistic
10K a month.
because that person, if they're in on it, like you're not like taking advantage of an old
Fuck
woman.
no, she's taking
She
advantage of
wants
me.
to do it,
Right. She
Hell
wants.
yeah.
She wants you to dance in the
I'll put a
Speedo.
gun up to her head.
unless she's into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll put my gun in
That's
her
an
head.
extra 50K if you want me to do that, baby.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right,
We can
cool.
sugar mama.
All right.
Nice.